With this video, we will be doing the K-pop mogul behind BTS. And if you want to help this channel and the content we're making, please help support our merchandise, our Patreon, our Discord, and our Twitter. And if you didn't hit that like button, make sure you hit the like button. Trying to get the channel to grow, and the only way we're going to do this if you like, share, and comment on the content. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's go! Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
Songs in the world right now. I'm wondering, what are the plans for the rollout of his debut album? And more broadly, how are you thinking about the solo projects of the different members from BTS?
일단 그 정국 씨 그리고 뭐 다른 솔로 아티스트들의 그 싱글들에 대해서 개별적으로 제가 뭔가 코멘트하는 거는 적절하진 않은 것 같아요. 이제 각자가 그동안 팀으로 활동하느냐고 보여주지 못했던 어떤 아티스틱한 면들을 개별적으로 보여줄 수 있었던 기회였고, 그걸 통해서 멤버들이 각자 또 배운 게 있고 성장하고 있고, 그래서 그런 부분들에 대해서 그들이 얻은 성취에 대해서 치하하고, 또 이제 개별적으로 만났을 때 이제 어떤 것들을 배웠는지 물어보고, 또 어떻게 우리가 발전시킬 수 있을지 얘기하고 있지만, 개별 멤버
That's kind of like we were saying, like one of our older BTS reaction. I was saying, like, when you do stuff individually, you learn a lot about yourself, and when you bring it back to the group, it makes you stronger. It makes you grow, because you're used to doing an album, a song. You just come in there doing certain parts. But when there's an album, every part is you, every hook is you, every line is you. It's a big difference, responsibility, and you learn a lot about yourself. And then you take that and you bring it to the group. It makes everybody stronger, because everybody just did their solo thing. Yeah.
Right. And it says a lot about him as well, because he's like, I don't want to speak for or on anyone else, and for them to have to go through their growth individually,
Right.
they will be best equipped to give you the answer.
Right.
So I respect that.
Right. I mean, I just know he don't want to get into details. He's just saying,
Right.
I don't want to get into the finer details.
In the grand
because
scheme of
if you
things.
do that, then people will start comparing. Well, why this person? You doing this for this person, not that person. So you start talking about
And
all
then
that.
it also sounds like you're controlling them then, too.
Nah, but if you do that, you're now putting yourself in the line of fire of people saying, "Why is this happening for this person, not happening for that person?"
또 어떻게 우리가 발전시킬 수 있을지 얘기하고 있지만, 개별 멤버들의 싱글에 대해서 하나하나 제가 얘기하는 거는 그 적절한 위치에 있는 것 같지는 않습니다, 제가.
I mean, you might not like this question either, but I'm wondering, you have a couple of big Western artists who were involved with that, Jack Harlow and Lotto. How involved was your colleague and partner Scooter Braun in this process?
그 사실 이 정국 씨 프로젝트만을 잘라서 얘기하자면 스쿠터 씨의 기여가 굉장히 컸다고 얘기할 수밖에 없어요. 사실 정국 씨가 그 음반을 낼 것인가에 대한 계획도 명확하지 않았는데, 어느 날 스쿠터님이 제 식사 자리에 그 음악을 하나 들고 왔고, 이거를 정국 씨가 꼭 불렀으면 좋겠다 해서 제가 듣자마자 이거는 무조건 굉장히 큰 히트가 날 거라고 생각을 했고, 그리고 이제 그거를 가지고 정국 씨를 만났어요. 그리고 정국 씨한테 들려줬더니, 그때까지 사실 음반에 대해서 회의적이었던 정국 씨가 이런 곡이라면은 음반 그때도 음반은 아니었죠. 이런 곡이라면은 릴리즈를 해보고 싶다. 그래서 사실 정국 씨가 본인이 하고 싶다고만 마음을 먹으면 사실 서포트할 준비는 돼 있었기 때문에 바로 그때부터 스쿠터님하고 저하고 A&R 작업을 시작을 했고요. 그래서 그 다음에 이제 3D라는 곡을.
Oh, I didn't know he was a producer.
Right.
I thought he was more just like the label head. I didn't know he do
That's
producing
what I was
too.
thinking too.
But if he do label, if you the label head and you produce, that's dope. I don't think I never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's like hands on for real.
Yeah.
뭘 제가 또 만들어 보고, 그다음에 정국 이 다음에 나올 앨범에 나올 많은 곡들을 또 스쿠터님이 모아오고, 그래서 사실 스쿠터님의 기여 없이는 이 곡 앨범이 준비되기 어려웠다라고 할 만큼 크게 인발브 됐습니다. 그리고 사실 이걸 통해서 그 하이브 아메리카와 하이브가 어떤 그 화학적 결합을 하고 있는지에 대해서 시장에 큰 의문들을 갖고 있었는데, 우선 작은 면이라도 하나 보여줄 수 있었다는 게 저는 되게 성공적이라고 생각하고 있습니다.
You've talked a lot about Latin.
From that, I almost think that he talking about they about to make a strong push for America, like.
Yeah.
And that would make sense because J.K. had Lotto, then he had Jack Harlow, then I heard he about to get Central C, which is like the UK, so that would be dope. You know, Central C is hard right now.
I'm trying to jump around everywhere.
If that's Central C is tough.
Yeah.
Everything Central C on, he's smacking out the park right now, so that would be a good combination. And you know, Central C can rap about that female stuff. Like, if it's like a song about a female, you know, Central C do that with ease.
Yeah, I can see that.
Facts.
되게 성공적이라고 생각하고 있습니다.
You've talked a lot about Latin in the past. Why is that genre a focus for you?
일단 첫 번째로는 지금 전 세계
What did he say was a focus for him?
About Latin in the past. Why is that genre a focus for you?
일단 첫 번째로는 지금 전 세계 모든 레이블들이 알고 있듯이 라틴 장르가 가장 빠르게 라이징하고 있는 장르.
He's just smart and he knows how the market is going. Because on this channel, our 3 biggest videos are what? What genre?
Latin and Mexican. Oh, Latin American.
So it makes sense that he will be going towards that because
it's
like
real.
we know that. You know what I'm saying?
They back it.
The 3 biggest videos on our channel.
Yeah, of the Latin descent. Because in fact, they support their people. It is what it is. And it's a beautiful thing.
We know that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't even know that how big of a market that is and how massive a market that is, and they do crazy numbers.
Yeah, they do.
You feel what I'm saying? Like K-pop numbers is here. Latin is right under it. You feel what I'm saying? We know that. We do our research.
And rising.
Facts. They just do their research. We do our research. They do their research.
일단 첫 번째로는 지금 전 세계 모든 레이블들이 알고 있듯이 라틴 장르가 가장 빠르게 라이징하고.
Who's that?
Becky G.
What reaction did we do today?
Which one was that?
Becky G, man.
I knew we did a Becky G
That's
reaction.
what I'm
I'm trying to
talking
think of
about.
the song name. I thought
It was a
you
Tiny
said
Desk. It
something.
wasn't
The
a
Tiny
song.
Desk. That's what it was. Yeah.
단기간에 끝나지 않을 거라는 겁니다.
Bad Bunny.
두 번째로는 굉장히 재능 있는 사람들이 많지만 그에 비해서 인프라가 받쳐주지 못하고 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 직접 현지에 들어가서 저희가 모듈라이즈한 저희들의 어떤 포뮬러나 인프라를 제공했을 때 훨씬 빠르게 그로스를 만들어내고 또 혁신도 이룰 수 있을 거다라고 생각을 하고 있고요. 그 과정을 통해서 저희가 생각하는 K-팝의 장점들, 뭐 효율이라든지 수직 계열화라든지 산업적인 빠른 성장이라든지 이런 것들을 얻어내고 그것이 다시 혁신의 그 원동력이 될 수 있지 않을까라고 생각해서 라틴 마켓에 대해서는 지금 지속적으로 관심을 가지고 그러니까 타진하고 있습니다. 그리고 이게 기업의 어떤 메인 골이 될 수는 없지만 사실 라틴 아메리카에는 교육 기회를 원하는 굉장히 많은 젊은 친구들이 있는데 젊은 세대들이 있는데 K-팝이라는 건 기본적으로 이제 교육을 그 안에 내포하고 있기 때문에 이런 과정을 통해서 사회적으로도 기여를 할 수 있으면은 좀 우리도 큰 보람을 느낄 수 있지 않을까라는 생각도 하고 있어요.
So how would that fit into?
I just love his business model that he's trying to present, and it's like the same business model that we're trying to present, and it's crazy that we thinking on a level of him. He's spreading out every market that he's in. Same thing we do. We're trying to get in every market because it's just smart.
Yeah.
Business.
It just makes sense.
You gotta music don't stay in one spot. It goes around. Like in America, music is drying up. If people can't see that, that's on you. I clearly see music in America is drying up. What did we see yesterday? Sales is down 40% in the industry. Yeah. So in America, so what did I tell you? It's drying up. I already seen that. I've been telling you that this stuff is drying up. We're getting away from it. You get what I'm saying? It's nothing. It's done. You feel me? For now. Yeah. So I mean, he's just smart. That's why he see where music is moving, and it's smart to be there before. We was talking about that earlier. Right. Like people gonna realize what the Spanish music is doing. And then when they do that, they're gonna start trying to do more Spanish reactions. And what did I say? We've been doing it. And by the time they get there, our feet gonna be set up comfortably because we've been on it. We do our research. We see where music is going.
It's the pulse of the world.
Multi-label system. Then is it fine to expect there will be another like Dream Academy projects through the Latin pop music scene as well?
네, 지금 말씀드렸듯이 이제 교육이라든지 이런 요소들 역시 도입하겠다라는 게 그것이 꼭 드림 아카데미와 같은 형태일 필요는 없지만 어쨌든 K-팝이 가지고 있는 요소들 중 긍정적인 것들을 저희는 지난 시간 동안 모듈라에서 했다고 생각하고요. 그것 중에 K-팝에서 가져온 요소들이 라틴 아메리칸 마켓에서 잘 적용될 수 있는 것들은 적용할 거예요. 그리고 그런 과정에서 말씀 주신 드림 아카데미와 유사한 형태의 프로젝트들도 나올 수 있다고 생각하고 있습니다.
Thanks to
But that's not really being seen in the Latin that I remember. And what I mean by that is Latin groups that are like K-pop. Well, a bunch of members. You know how K-pop all got members?
Yeah. I get that part.
Most Spanish music we do is just one person. It's a Peso Plumo. It's one person. You know how BTS is a group?
Yeah.
He's trying to take that idea and take it to Latin. So you're going to have a group of Latin people in one group. Same thing. It's just K-pop this way.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it, but
we never seen that.
That's
what I'm saying.
That's what I'm getting at. Unless you're thinking about like a mariachi band or something, like, but that's not the same thing.
to BTS
Like,
is a huge success.
I don't know, that's
story.
asking a
K-pop
lot.
is, like it is becoming a mainstream genre in the US. What are your efforts to expand the market share? It's still below 5%, and I know you also mentioned like K-pop is in crisis, but what's the rationale behind that?
우선 실질적인 지표 하락이 동남아에서는 있어요. 굉장히 크게 지표 하락이 있고, 그러니까 제가 계속 무슨 미스터 둠처럼 이렇게 계속 나쁜 얘기만 하고 다니고 싶진 않지만 사실은 사실이기 때문에 이제 동남아에서 실질적 지표 하락이 있고 예전에도 말씀드렸지만 이것에 대한 구체적 이유.
And it makes sense. It makes sense because people want to enjoy the uniqueness of a group, but they don't want to be forced into a group. Like that's why when you see the Latin artists, when they come together, it's nice because it's almost like the equivalent of fusion because you're mixing styles because they're all bringing different stuff to the table. But just like the boy band thing, like that has to be something that either like this, like how they worked and put something together. But that's, man, it's a slippery slope.
Basically what he's saying is what I was saying, what I've been saying, and that's why the motto of my channel is the way that it is. Music is only hot in areas for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
He sees a decline. I'm not going to wait till the sink ship completely to jump off it.
Obviously.
I'm going to start making plans to get in other genres and start spreading this around because I see a decline. And it was just like when we was in American music. I seen the decline. I got out of it. I'm not going to wait here till the ship sinks. It's even right now when I'll be telling you, I'll be seeing all American channels. I'm like, they don't see what's going on. Why would you base your channel all around American music when it's clearly in a decline?
It's in a decline.
I mean, you clearly don't know what's going on in music.
Attention.
You're not doing any research because if you're doing that, soon your channel will be non-existent because people are not paying attention to that music.
Right.
So he's running his business model the same way. Let me get into this Latin. Let me get over here into America. Let me get into UK, JK with Central C. I'm getting into different markets. So when this market's struggling, it doesn't matter. I'm in all these different markets. It's the same business model we got for TRE-TV. We're in all different genres because if this genre is struggling, it doesn't matter. We still got 10 other genres that are in. It's just common sense.
Yeah, like why would you sit there and wait for it to just dissipate? It would make absolutely no logical sense. Gotta use that.
처럼 이렇게 계속 나쁜 얘기만 하고 다니고 싶진 않지만 사실은 사실이기 때문에 이제 동남아에서 실질적 지표 하락이 있고 예전에도 말씀드렸지만 이것에 대한 구체적 이유를 분석하기가 굉장히 어려운데 다양한 팩터들이 있어서 그러나 확실한 건 로컬 뮤직의 그 성장이 K-팝에서 기회를 뺏어가고 있다는 건 명확하고요. 왜냐면 결국 각 나라에서는 자기의 언어로 된 노래들을 듣고 싶어할 때가 있기 때문에 지금 이것을 그리고 일본 음악 시장은 K-팝의 점유율은 올라가고 있지만 일본 음악 시장이 10년 동안 성장하지 않았습니다. 그 말은 K-팝이 계속 성장해도 그 토럴 액세서블 마켓의 관점에서 보면은 분명히 일정 수준의 한계를 갖고 있다. 그래서 결국 성장이 가능한 영역은 미국밖에 없고 반대로 미국에서 성공하면은 동남아에서 내려가는 지표를 하락시킬 수 있는 게 팝에 대한 수요는 항상 있기 때문에 K-팝이 팝의 메인스트림이 되는 순간
I get everything he's saying. I'm in his genius because I think the same exact way. If it's a decline in something, you need something else to make up for that decline. So it's not even a decline because it's all come down to simple numbers. If it lose over here, but we gained over here, we still where we was at. But if we just stick to something that's losing, then there's no way that we could do it. And it's like the same model that we run while we are in so many different areas. And that's why we putting out so many different videos, because we are definitely hitting different markets with every song. Every song is meant for a different market. And it's the same thing he's doing with his business model. I'm trying to get in all markets. That's why you seen JK in hip hop. You seen JK coming out with Central C. We're expanding the markets we're trying to get in. Because like he said, most of the people that listen to K-pop is not their first language. So of course they're gonna start listening to songs that's in their own language.
Right.
So I like his mental approach to the game. It's just smart.
Yeah.
And I see it the same way he's seen it. Like, so everything he's saying, I'm relating to it because it's the same way I see the market. When I first got on YouTube, I didn't know too much, but as I started learning and seeing stuff, it's like, yo, it just makes sense to have your face in many markets. That's why so many reactors know us, because we pop up in so many genres around YouTube. If you look in K-pop, you're going to see our face. You look in country, you're going to see our face. You look in African, you're going to see our face. You look in UK, you're going to see our face. If you look in Latin America, you're going to see our face. You look in the Filipinos, you're going to see our face. So we in all these markets simultaneously at once. That's what he's trying to do.
지금 현재 동남아에서 로컬 음악과의 경쟁에서 어느 정도 우위를 여전히 지킬 수 있거든요. 그래서 제가 지금 미국에 계속해서 집중하고 있는 것이고, 지표는 사실은 요즘은 너무나 많은 데이터가 시장에 있기 때문에 찾아보시면 바로 알 수.
And that is smart for him to focus on the American market, because the American market is in a decline and is looking for something new. If it ever been a time to come over and make your stamp, it's right now, because the music that's here is. So you could come make a lot of noise, because everybody's looking for the next thing, because everybody's saying the same thing. What's out here right now is not good.
And even what's out here that is out here is somewhere else.
Yes.
Like anything that's really worth listening to is somewhere else, because that's where the money is, and that's where the people are selling out.
Just think about my complaints I was making with American music videos and how they was trash. You think he gonna come over here and have them type of videos?
No, it's not gonna change the standard. The only thing it would do is,
I'm talking about, you gotta see the standard that he's bringing
that's what I'm saying,
to the American game.
The only thing it would do is raise the expectation all the way around the board.
Yes. So he's smart. I like what he's doing, and I know exactly why he's doing it. It's genius. The market's struggling. Let's go take that over. Let's go take that over. Facts.
수 있어요. 오히려 왜 저만 위기라고 얘기하고 있는지 이상할 정도입니다.
We want to hear more about your ideas related to adopting AI into music businesses. So like you have platform Weavers and Supertone for AI voice startup. And what's your idea to do with AI?
저희는 오히려 위버스 관점에서는 업무의 속도와 질을 향상시키는 내부적인 툴로는 쓰되 위버스에 바로 적용은 좀 이르다라는 판단을 내렸어요. 예를 들면 위버스에서 AI를 쓰는 경우에 이제 알고리즘하고 개인화, 그리고 그 텍스트와 그 그림을 AI가 자동 인식해서 이것을 이제 정리해서 그걸 기반으로 새로운 그 비즈니스 모델을 붙이는 이런 것들이 있는데, 현재 위버스가 그것들에 집중하는 것보다는 AI를 쓰지 않아도 그 부분들은 현재 그 다른 테크를 사용해서 할 수 있고, 오히려 좀 더 본질적인 기능에 집중하기로 했기 때문에 이제 위버스는 AI는 내부에서 업무 효율화를 위한 툴로 쓰기로 했다. 이게 어떻든 논의 중인 내용이기 때문에 회사 이름을 밝힐 수는 없지만 굉장히 큰 기업들과 함께 저희 기술을 그들의 이 애플리케이션에 어떤 형태로 적용할지에 대한 논의를 지금 한참 진행 중이고 최근에 몇 가지 계약도 있고요. 그래서 그것들도
He went in. He want to apply what they have to the technology, which is just again the same thought process. The same. If so much as a nickel bag sold in Central Park, I want in like Frank White from King of New York. That's him. That's his mentality.
He's expanding any way possible.
On
any
everything.
way he can.
On everything.
He's expanding.
Yes.
And that's what you should be doing. Because we were just talking about the other day. You either growing or you dying.
Or you dying.
There's the only two things. And you can see he's definitely trying to grow because he don't want to die. At the end of the day, you don't want to be like, my company was doing X, Y, and Z. You want to be able to say, my company was doing this, but we're doing way better now.
Yeah, currently.
Facts.
아마 조만간 발표될 수 있지 않을까라고 생각하고 있습니다. 그런 식으로 AI를 적용할 것 같고 사실 음악에 대해서는 여전히 조심스러운 부분이 있다고 생각을 합니다. 어떻든 AI가 아티스트의 창조성을 돕기 위해서 사용되어야 하지 AI가 더 먼저 나서서는 안 되는데 그런 부분들에 대해서 저희가 아티스트 매니지먼트 회사로서 레이블로서 조심해야 된다고 생각하고 있고 그래서 현재 집중하고 있는 부분은 어떻게 사용자, 유저들을 편하게 만들어주고 크리에이티브한 사람들을 도울 수 있느냐를 저희의 스트래테직 파트너들하고 논의하고 있습니다.
So are you using?
And he's smart, and sooner or later, all businesses is gonna have to go to that model. And what I mean by that is get AI help. You feel what I'm saying? And what I mean by get AI help, certain stuff AI is going to be, however you feel about AI, it's just certain stuff AI is going to be able to help out. And now most businesses are using AI for certain stuff. So if you're not using AI, you're almost at a disadvantage. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like, no, especially a company like this, they don't want no disadvantages at all.
Not only would AI complete the job, but it would complete the job efficiently and very quickly.
Facts.
Like, it's no reason. Like,
Yeah.
and that's the big, for everybody's anti, but you can't do anything, but it's already there.
Yes.
Like, it's not going away.
Yes.
You need to adapt and figure out how to make
Yes.
it work for you. Otherwise, you're going to be left behind.
Yes. It's even like YouTube channels that are using AI to write the scripts for them.
Yeah.
Like how we doing talking right here.
Yeah.
They're getting the AI to write the script for them. But I understand if you do that, if you can't just sit here and talk, then get AI to do it. You get what I'm saying?
but
people
you know,
are
everybody doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
everyone is adapting AI into their business models. It's just what you have to do in this time. And it's like him, you got to expand. You got to keep going to the next level where technology will take you. So if you're not sticking up with the technology, what's going on with technology, you're going to get left behind. And what's the point of having all this money to expand if you're not going to use it? Almost like when the guy said, what's the use of having all these soldiers if you're not going to use them? What's the point of having this money if you're not going to invest it to make it bigger?
Rico. But like I was saying, yeah, it just makes a lot of sense. And the only thing that there are advantages, times that AI just can't compete with, like as far as like live music, and you're talking about people creating on the spot. That's something that is two different lanes, and that's why those things will be valued. But there are a lot of things that, like when it comes to just completing something and processing something, it just makes common sense, man. Like
This as a supertons technology. And do you have any plans to scale up supertons business?
그게 이제 제가 아까 말씀드린 이제 SI들하고 얘기를 하고 있고 SI가 아니군요. 스트래테직 파트너들하고 얘기를 하고 있고 그중 이제 어그리먼트를 맺은 회사들도 있는데 아직은 제가 오피셜리 어나운스할 수 없는 내용이라서 아마 내년 초에는 다 발표가 되지 않을까라고 생각하고 있어요. 예를 들면 그저께 사인한 계약도 있기 때문에.
US partners?
Global partner, yeah, including US.
Last time you shared great news with us that
we didn't just make a deal with the U.S. We made global partners. We're trying to go around the earth. We're no longer just trying to worry about one small piece of land. We're trying to cover every corner of the earth, which is just smart.
just makes perfect sense.
the Hype's team has found some clues to innovate the music industry and worked on 5-year like a roadmap for the company. And would you please share some of the updates or details about the plan?
블룸버그니까 쉐어하자면
Yeah.
우선 첫
Bloomberg,
번째로는
I share a little.
창업자가 현재의 뮤직 인더스트리의 관행이나 시스템에 대해서
Right. Not
만족하지
satisfied with the
못하고
practices
좀 더
and
이노베이티브한
characteristics.
방법들, 조금 더 산업에 기여할 수 있는 것들에 대한
Innovative.
갈증이 있는 사람이어야 될 것
Contribute.
같아요. 쉽게 얘기하면 혁신 의지가 있는 분이어야 되는 건 확실한 것 같고요. 두 번째로는 트랜잭션 관점에서 명확하게 이익을 내는
Yes.
회사여야 된다라고 생각을 합니다. 왜냐면은 저희가 지금 계획하고 있는 플랜을 수행하는 데는 꽤 긴 시간이 필요한데 그 시간 동안 온리 테스트만 할 수는 없고 기존 사업에서 벌고 있는 돈이 어느 정도 있어서 그것이 테스트를 업로드할 정도의 능력이 돼야 되기 때문에 트랜잭션 관점에서 명확하게 돈을 벌고 있는 회사 중심으로 생각을 하기로 했고요. 마지막으로는 처음에 얘기했던 창업자의 혁신 의지에 대해서 하이브가 명확하게 서포트할 수 있는 지점들이 있는, 즉 비전이 비슷한데
I like this guy. I really, really like this guy. Because them statements tell me one thing and one thing about this guy. We think alike. And he's trying to change the game. The way the motto is, he's trying to break it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, really only difference between him and us, he has the funding to do it. If we had that funding, we'd be able to put a lot of stuff in motion that we want to have in motion. But I like to see that I know where he's thinking because I'm thinking the same way. And he's just a smart guy. And you could just tell that off this 11 and 20-minute conversation. He wants to change the game. It's like even when with the whole YouTube, when I mean like he wants to change the game, it's like when I came to YouTube, I didn't want to do anything like anybody else did it. My whole thing was to change the game. My whole thing was that one channel genre, get rid of it. That head nod and that's all you doing on video. Get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and that's what he on, trying to change the game. And like the stuff we do, like it's like all the same mindset. Like I never wanted to come behind and do the same thing that everyone else did. It's like when I came into YouTube, I seen just certain stuff wrong with the module, the business module. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Everyone's doing that. I'm not doing that. I look at it from a different perspective. I was looking at it outside of the box. He's looking at everything from outside the box. I see how everyone's doing stuff, and I know how it's been done before. But a lot of people don't like how that's done. So I'm going to give them a different model to choose from.
Right.
I'm about to change the game. You feel what I'm saying? And not only am I going to do it, I have enough resources where I could do it and I could put support and bring new ideas so everyone can make money. Because everyone's just doing it this way. And he's looking at it from a whole different perspective. We could do it this way. Everyone could eat and we could get rid of this model that nobody likes.
Exactly.
현재 그 회사가 하이브만큼 인프라나 여러 가지 서포트를 가지고 있지 못할 때 하이브가 도와줄 수 있는 회사, 이런 회사를 중심으로 어콰이어 한다라는 명확한 방침을 정했고요. 그에 대해서 다행인 건 저희가 샀던 모든 회사가 이 기준에 맞아서 일단 시그니피컨트한 레이블을 사고 나면 시너지 플랜은 나올 거라는 말이 틀리진 않았던 것 같습니다.
TRE-TV. Let's get it.
This is Lamar Wilson here representing Ghetto Action News Network _ all lower cases.
No spaces.
You can find us on Facebook. When you do, make sure you hit the like button. Hit that like button. I'm gonna get right into this. This was the mogul behind BTS, and he was basically explaining his business model, ideas, things he was thinking about, the direction he planned to move, and it made a lot of sense.
It did.
He just deems himself, he comes off to me as someone who just likes results.
He's ahead of his time.
Yeah.
He's ahead of his time.
Yeah, he's ahead of his time. And when you're set up in your mind like that and you're that focused and you're not stagnant with ideas and you're ready to make, it's only one way you can go. I like to hear him talk. He makes sense to me. And I like the fact that he gave Bloomberg so much information, but then at the same time, when speaking he still kept a certain amount of information in-house. And I like that too. You can't give everybody everything. I just like the way, this was a very informative interview, and I thought it was a lot of fun to watch. What do you think about this one?
I think this was a dope interview. This is the first time I heard him just sit here and speak, and I understood a lot of what he was talking about. Because it just made common sense, and it's just like the same way that I think he's trying to dominate the globe, and it's just smart business wise. And from what I see and what I just heard, I'm very impressed. And now I see why BTS re-signed with them. He's thinking future, forward. I'm not stuck in the past. I'm not stuck on what we did. I'm in the future, and I'm trying to make this bigger for the future. I'm going to use everything at my disposal to do that. I'm trying to have everything in every genre. I'm not just trying to be in one genre, what I call a one-trick pony. This model worked over here. It will work in other genres, and I think he's smart, and I can't wait to see the stuff that he do in the future. Some of the stuff he's saying he got coming out at the end of the year. I just want to see, and after watching this, it's definitely a guy that I'm going to go back and look at some of his older interviews because he's a great thinker, and I want to see how he thinks, and I like to pick people's brains like he is. Like, these are the type of people like I'm interested in watching. People I could actually learn stuff from him. Just from this interview, I learned so much from him. I could tell by his thinking. I'm going to go watch his older interviews and pick his brain because I'm pretty sure he give a lot of gems out. You just need to know what he's saying. I could read in between the lines of what he's saying because I kind of think like he thinks, so it's easy to pick it up, which I think is dope. And I can't wait to get into our next episode. But until then, it's your boy TRE-TV, and I'm out.